going fast. However, the bike, it is fast, so you guys can see it right over here. It is 2,500 cc. Uh-oh, the bike stopped working. I don't know what happened.
Rocket?
Yeah.
So, what do you currently ride?
Right there.
I missed it. Okay, so you're on a 10R? Yeah, you ride the Rocket.
Massive, like a engine. I think it's like a 6-cylinder, and it's 2,500 cc. So what is up, YouTube? Golden State Rider over here, and actually on today I'm going to a demo bike, so I get to ride the Triumph Classic and Adventure bikes, so that'll be super exciting. So without a further ado, let's pull up to the meeting and we'll go from there. So they are right over here. I like those bikes. And I get to try whatever I want, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Hang tight here with me, just get you typed in here.
Sounds like a plan. So I don't know which one to pick. I want to pick one of them to ride, but I mainly want to do the, can I do the last one?
The Rocket?
Yeah.
What do you currently ride?
Right there.
Oops, I missed it. Okay, so you're on a 10R? Yes, you can ride the Rocket.
Oh, it's like a experience wise? Yeah.
About that.
Yeah. So yeah, they actually care about if you have experience or not to be on these bikes. So this one is Triumph Rocket 3 GT. I don't know, I've never ridden this bike. This bike looks massive though. It'll be exciting. I'm excited to get on this one. That looks like a massive, like a engine. I think it's like a 6-cylinder, and it's 2,500 cc. So that's like insane with single swing arm.
You know your way around.
Yeah.
Lost, just come back.
Exactly. Cool. Man, I'm excited to be on this one.
I apologize. Did I ask to see your license?
Yes, here.
You did? Okay, you're good.
Jesus, I've never been on like a bike like this, so it's like crazy. Gotta find the rhythm of it first. So that'll be a crazy ride though, to be on a 2,500 cc motorcycle. This is crazy. And then your legs are like pretty much right up. It's like crazy. See, your legs are like, your foot pegs are like right up. And then the dash is like a normal dash, which it has the tachometer over here, and then that's your normal dash, normal analog. So it's digital but analog. It has like the normal the fuel gauge, and then the bike has about 1,800 miles on it, so it's super kind of brand new. And then this bike, it's really good for traveling. Like, you can travel with this around the globe. And it does pull a little hard, but I don't know. This is, it feels different. It feels like relaxed. Like you can just be on it, cruising around the town all day and enjoy your ride. And this bike has a massive, big ass gas tank. It's like crazy. And I'm gonna try to ride it a little bit more on a faster pace, so I can tell you the full review on this one. But man, this is absolutely crazy. When you change your gears, like, it's super nice and smooth. It makes you want to maneuver around like super easy. And the bike does come with a massive engine braking. So the engine braking on this one is pretty massive though. Like, you see, you go up and then the bike just falls on its own face. Like, it's big. And I'm assuming this has something to do with the weight of the bike, because the bike is like relatively super heavy and it has a big giant body. But let's say if you're on a higher speed, so here, let's speed it up a little. Yeah, the bike does pull really hard. It's really nice. It's like one of the nicest bike I've ever ridden. Like one of the nicest cruiser, I would say. This doesn't seem like a cruiser, but I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what to call this one. It's absolutely crazy. It's insane, and it does produce insane amount of power, I assume. So it's exciting. And then personally, would I buy this bike? Maybe, but I'm not just that kind of guy who would ride on this bike regularly. However, it is absolutely, definitely comfortable. And then as far as the technology goes, just normal stuff. This is your hazard lights. Hey, these bikers are like running down the street. And then the bike, it's actually super quiet. It is definitely super quiet. It's one of the quietest bike I've ever ridden. I'm sure you can do some modification to change the exhaust and then make it a little bit louder, but I don't think this would be necessary for a cruiser bike like this. I just love how the bike falls into the gears with no problem. As far as the technology goes, the bike, it's actually one of the features I really like about this bike. The bike is keyless. So here's the bike. You just snap this start button and it runs. And the throttle, it's like a little slow. Man, I wish this bike had a quick shifter. It would be great if this bike had a quick shifter. So that would be crazy. Okay, let's now do some freeway run. And the handling on the bike is pretty good though. Like when you take the turns with this, compared to, let's say, sport bikes and all of that, this bike does have a good handling. So but I feel like if you lean way too much, you're gonna scrape your foot back, because my heels were almost touching the ground. So let's go a little bit fast. No, oh wow, the bike, uh-oh, the bike stopped working. I don't know what happened. The engine light came on. Oh no. So let's turn it on and off, see if it works. What the heck just happened? And I hope this doesn't leave us by the freeway. Okay, so let's pull to the side and call the shop, see what's going on. Hey, I'm trying one of the demo bikes right now.
Yes?
And then it broke down. It just stopped working in the middle of the road.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me grab someone for you.
Okay.
Which bike are you riding?
The GT, the Rocket.
Rocket? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is the last thing I want. That the bike to be broken down and...
He's coming. Hang on 1 second. He's right here, okay?
Okay. Hello. I'm riding, trying the Rocket. And it just stopped working. Like the engine light came on, and then like, and then it just stopped. So I cannot twist the throttle. It just stopped working, and I'm trying to turn it back on. It's not work. The dash is on, but like when I press down the.
You have to squeeze the clutch in to get it to start.
Oh.
Try squeezing the clutch in.
Okay, hold on. Let me try.
Yep.
Oh shoot! It worked. Okay.
No worries, dude. Not a problem. I'll see you shortly.
All right, man. Sorry about that. Okay, bye.
It's all good, man.
Okay, bye.
All right. I'm glad that's all it was.
Thank you.
All right. Take it easy. Yep.
Dude, you had to pull in the clutch and turn this shit on? Whoa! That's crazy! Like, in the middle of the vlogging, you just broke down on me. This is not cool. Now how am I gonna get out of this trouble over here? there is like 200 million cars are coming my way. Jeez, they're gonna kill me. Man, this was crazy. Like, the last thing I wanted to bike to break down in the middle of the highway. So I think for demo bikes, these bikes are restricted. You cannot go above certain like limit or whatever, because I was going above 80, it was like 85 or like 90, and the bike just stopped working. Like, as you guys saw earlier, the bike stopped working. And then in order to turn this back on, you have to squeeze the clutch in. So I was like, what the heck? But anyway, that was tragic. This is crazy. Okay, back to the review. Well, I cannot pull this bike as hard as I can to show you guys how fast this goes, but it does pull super fast. Like, for this amount of, for the weight of the fact that the bike is like heavier. So look, it does pull really good. Like, the engine is powerful, and I thought this is a V6, but it's actually V3. So how is that possible? 2,500, 2,500 cc, and the bike is only V3? What the heck? But the bike, it's like, let's say right now, the fact that I'm going on a highway and on the bumps and speed bumps, the bike is pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth and nice. So I like it. I mean, I like it. When it comes to the price point, I don't know. I would have to ask those guys to see how much would this cost. I'm sure it's 20,000 plus for a bike like this, and just because it's Triumph. Usually Triumphs they have expensive bikes, but the bike is good overall. Like, for riding it for an hour or two, the bike is pretty smooth and nice. So it's taking the corner pretty nice. Like I said, on the corners, you just have to be careful to not to lean that much, because you're gonna scrape your foot peg as well as your heels if you're really not high up. But the throttle response on this thing is also really good. So right now I'm just going normal. Let's say you twist it a little bit, it does go up. And the bike, it's a little bit shaky. I don't know why it's shaky. I'm going to assume the bike has some kind of issues, because it doesn't sound normal. I'll let them know. So the tires are a little shaky. I don't know what's wrong with them, but maybe that's how it's supposed to be. But the bike, it's so nice and smooth. It works really good. And then the brakes, like I said, they're Brembo in the front. I don't know what the back brakes are, but the front brakes are Brembos, and the Brembos are pretty cool. Like, there are top-notch bikes for whatever bike you want to get. Going back to technology, this bike is actually keyless, which I really like, and the bike has normal technology. I didn't really get to mess around with the buttons and stuff to see what it has to offer, but that's how it looks like. So I don't know how do I go up and down with this guy, assuming this, this is the mouse right here. So bike setup, riding mode. If you click on the riding mode, it has a sport mode. I didn't know that. So let's choose the sport mode, ABS on, and Jesus, when you try the sport mode, the bike actually pulls much faster. Interesting. I didn't know this bike would have modes, but the only downside of it, the bike gets pretty hot though. Like right now I'm riding the bike is super hot. Like, my foot is like burning on fire right now, especially on my right side, because I'm wearing like a shorter jeans right here, but still the bike does get really hard. You know what would be nice? If this bike would have a quick shifter. So I'm gonna do my research to see if you're able to install quick shifter on this thing. So that would be really actually cool to have a quick shifter installed on this beast. As I was saying, the bike does have a few different modes. You just have to go to your home settings and fix it that way, and then you can choose your sport mode. And I'll try to mess around with it to see if I can change the modes. Actually, let me pull over to go over the modes for you all. This is super big bike. You cannot even lane splitting. Like, it's gonna scrape someone's. like when you switch your gears, this is actually super cool. Like the dash is really nice. Look, so for example, the gear is right here, and then when I change the gear, see, it's so nice that like twists around. It's super cool, man. Okay, so this is actual bike ride over here. This is a massive giant bike. I don't know how much does this weight. It should weigh 500 plus, because my ZX-10R, it's like 400, so this should be 550 plus. So this is insanely a giant bike. And actually, so the bike it's actually 2500 cc engine with V3, and it's V3, so it's more of a cruising than just like going fast. However, the bike, it is fast, so you guys can see it right over here. It is 2500 cc, which is like 2400, but they run it up to 2500, and it is single-sided swing arm, and it's pretty nice though. Like, I've been riding it for almost an hour or so. It's pretty good. It has a Brembo brakes on the front and then Brembo brakes on the back. And as far as the look of it goes, I personally wouldn't want to ride it, but I don't mind to own one of these bikes, because these kind of bikes just take a special person to ride these kind of bike. And me personally, I'm not a fan of Triumph. This is how the bikes look like, and I like the tail of it. So let's say if I ever get this bike, I for sure will get rid of this, because I don't like to have extras on my bike. So the foot pegs are like really high up like this. It's like crazy to be on a bike like this. And then, so it's like I said, your foot pegs are like really high up, and you're more of relaxing situations, because instead of being on a sport bike, you're always crunched up like this. So this one, you're just like right up here. You can just cruise around like there's no tomorrow. And the bike actually does have the grip, the heated grip, so you can turn this on and then you can have your hands on it. And then this is like the bike dash that has to offer. So the bike, the red line's at 7,000 rpm, and then the maximum is 8,000 rpm. And this is a normal digital analog. This is a normal digital old school dash, I call it. And then let's say if you want to mess around with it, you go to your home button, and this is your mouse right here. So you get to choose your riding mode. I chose sport mode. Of course, I'm a sport rider. And then you can do the ABS, or you can fix your traction control on a sport. It's actually super cool. But how do I go back on here? I don't know. Well, it kicks you out all the way. And then the bike setup, I don't know what that is. Bike setup, trip setup, display setup. Oh, you get to change your display actually. So let's see what other display this has. The theme would be theme 2. Let's go here. Oh, it also changes to this. Man, I wish I knew this. This is much better than the actual analog. So actually on here it changes your RPM to this place, and it shows you the digital speedometer over here, and it changes your gas gauge from up here to here. So this is actually super cool. So this is like the basic settings of this bike, but man, this is one of the bikes I've ever ridden. This is actually super duper cool. Now let's take some Instagram videos and selfies and everything. So this is like super cool. For sure, this is one of the biggest bike I've ever ridden as far as the size goes and as far as the engine goes. And I really like this new like a theme on this one. I wish I found out this sooner on the ride. But overall thoughts, this is like such a great bike for someone who enjoys really like a cruising around or traveling, because you really can have someone on your back and then just cruise around like a normal actually travel with this bike. So I didn't get a chance to ride it for so long, let's say for a day or two, so I didn't really get to experience to see how does it feel to be on the bike for a long time. But So for what I've seen, it's a really great bike. What is this over here? I don't know what that is. It's probably something like a charger or something. I don't know. I would have to go study about this bike much more to see what this bike has to offer, because today's on this ride it was really unexpected. So I was just there and then they're like, oh, there is a demo ride. So I was like, oh, interesting, so let me try this. And they're like, okay, because I know some demo rides you would have to sign up in advance and then you have to reserve your spot. And yeah, but this one, it was like super chill. They didn't really have anything. They're just like, as long as you have a driver's license, you can go ride it. So overall thoughts, this is such a great bike, but it only takes a special person to ride this bike. You must be into bikes like this, and you must love cruiser bikes, because I'm used to the power of the leader bike and sport bike. So for me, this is slow, but at the same time it is exciting, because the bike, it's just nice. It's so smooth. It's just so nice that you can just ride around and just chill. You don't have to go fast all the time, and you don't have to like go crazy. Let me know if you guys know anything about this bike in the comment section down below. And this is it, man. That was a heck of experience. That was crazy to be riding a 2500 cc motorcycle. It's like insane. But don't get me wrong, like when you say 2500, that doesn't mean the bike it's like 2500. So the difference is, like, let's say a Formula 1 car, for example, makes, I don't know, the 1000 horsepower, but like a 18-wheeler makes 4000 horsepower. But like they all built different for different things. It feels weird to be back on the sport bike when you go upright like this. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced such a thing, when you jump right from a cruiser onto a sport bike, but it feels weird. It feels really weird. Alrighty guys, well, thank you for tuning to the channel. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure you just subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon, drop a like, comments, and let me know what you guys think about that 2500 Triumph Rocket 3 GT. That was a long ass name. I don't think you will remember, but let me know what you think about that bike. This is it for today. Thank you. Drop a like, dislike again, and you know the drill. Thank you, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.